may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this one complete to Andre Roberts. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Now let's go. Green, touchdown, Barney.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, Stafford here. The left side completion to Jones. Time for a break. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. We'll come back and see this one out after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Monday. Set. Get away.
On first down, it's Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check, Patriot.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And he stopped immediately there. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Goff going to throw it. Dumps it off to Gurley. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Goff now to throw. Man open is Brett for a Rams touchdown. Kenny Brent from 4 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, Monday.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate, 42 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Set, waiting.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Throwing now. Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Gone. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.